Schmack-a-magog, here is another track-by-track album battle from Mr. Michael Rutherford Jr. He wanted me to put Queen, Sheer Heart Attack versus Queen, Jazz. Alright, I'm a bigger fan of Sheer Heart Attack, but Jazz has its moments. It may be my least favorite of the glory 70s, but it has some good tracks on it. So let's do this. Alright, we're going to start this with Brighton Rock versus Mustafa. Now, Mustafa, I used to hate that song. I always loved the beginning with Freddie singing, and then it goes into this really ridiculous song that I've grown to like lately. I'm like, this ain't that bad. But I used to really hate this song. Brighton Rock I've always loved, and I think it's better. So I'm definitely giving that one a Sheer Heart Attack. All right, next. Queen, Killer Queen versus Fat Bottom Girls. I'm going to go with Killer Queen. Killer Queen is extremely nostalgic for me. I believe it is the first Queen song I ever heard. I believe I had it on a 45. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Queen fans, but wasn't the Killer Queen 45 have a picture of Queen 2? The album cover of Queen 2 was on that album, or was it Bohemian Rhapsody? Because I own Bohemian Rhapsody on 45 as well, but I do remember having Killer Queen before that. So I'm going to give that one a Killer Queen. Another one for Sheer Heart Attack. Next, Tenement Funster. Love it. Killer. Love Roger singing it. Oh, and by the way, did I say Killer Queen was going against Fat Bottom Girls? I love Fat Bottom Girl. Don't get it twisted, and let's cut the deck. That's a great song, but I still go with Killer Queen. Now, Tenement Funster, I love it. Roger's killing it. I love Roger's vocals on it. And that's going against Jealousy, which is a beautiful song that I love. But I got to go with Tenement Funster. Then we got Flick of the Wrist versus Bicycle Race. Bicycle Race, I dig it, though it's so goofy. And I love Jaws, and I love Star Wars. But I also love Freddie Mercury, and I love his opinions. Even if I am different from his opinions, I do not get butthurt like a lot of you pickle whistlers out there that can't handle other people's opinions. Freddie Mercury hated Jaws, and he hated Star Wars. Well, at least he said it in this song, and I'm cool with it. I still fucking tap my feet to the damn song. But Flick of the Wrist, man. My God, what a great song. Dislocate your... God, I can't remember the lyrics, but I know it's brutal. It's brutal. I love those lyrics. It's like just badass. I'm giving it to Flick of the Wrist. All right, next. Lily of the Valley. Gorgeous song. I love it. Versus If You Can't Beat Them. This song is rocking, but I think the chorus is kind of lame. So I'm going to give it to Lily of the Valley. All right, next. Now I'm Here versus Let Me Entertain You. This is two awesome tunes, and I think it's the closest so far on here. Which one to pick? I got to go with Now I'm Here. Though I love Let Me Entertain You. I got to say, I do like Let Me Entertain You a little bit more on Live Killers, but I do like the studio version. But Now I'm Here. Forget it. That's a classic, and it definitely wins. Sheer Heart Attack is wiping the floor with Jazz, huh? Is Jazz going to get anything? Let's find out. Next, In the Lap of the Gods versus Dead on Time. Love both, but man, seriously, I don't think it's even close. Jazz gets one. Dead on Time, my favorite song on here. Probably if not the heaviest Queen song, damn close. It's up there with Orgray Battle and Death on Two Legs. Like that real heavy Queen songs. Stone Cold Crazy, stuff like that. Definitely Dead on Time is one of the heaviest Queen songs ever. And it definitely wins. So finally, Jazz got one. Next, Stone Cold Crazy versus In Only 7 Days. In Only 7 Days, it's a pretty song, but Stone Cold Crazy, man. Hands down. Got to give it to that one. All right, next. Dear Friends, beautiful. Dreamer's Ball, even more beautiful. I'm going to give another one to Jazz. And I do love Dear Friends. I love them both. Next, Misfire versus Fun It. I do not like the song Fun It. Don't like it at all. Misfire is short and awesome. I absolutely love Misfire. It's a little song, but it's just one of my favorites on here. So I'm definitely giving it to Sheer Heart Attack again. All right, next, Bring Back That Leroy Brown versus Leaving Home Ain't Easy. Bring Back That Leroy Brown is kind of goofy. I'm not really a fan of that one. Leaving Home Ain't Easy. I love it. I love this Brian May tune. It's like a dreamy tune. I'm giving another one a jazz. All right, next. She Makes Me. You know, I do like the song, but it does get a little plodding at times. And that goes against Don't Stop Me Now, which I love this song. I remember, I'll never forget when I was with my friend Eve, and I put money in the jukebox to hear this song, and she was like, what the hell is this? I was like, I love this song. It's a goofy Queen song, and I love it. She didn't love it, but I love it, and it wins. I'm giving that one to Queen. Now, the last song is In the Lap of the Gods. It's rich and regal track. I dig it. Versus more of that jazz, which, you know, it's kind of like an uncooked song, and then it ends with little snippets of this album. Definitely giving that one a Sheer Heart Attack. So this is the final score. Thank you, Michael Rutherford Jr., for yet another track by track. You rule, my friend. And I'm having a lot of fun asking for everything you're asking for, because I don't have to study this stuff. I know this stuff. And it's awesome. And I thank you so much. And if you'd like to donate out there, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And like this video, please. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. And press that little notification bell, because I got videos up pretty much every day. And stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. Listen to When Death Calls. The only Black Sabbath song to feature another guitar player, which happens to be the guitar player of Queen, Brian May. And stay frosty. I said that already. But you know what I haven't said? Well, I did say it in the beginning of the episode, and I'm going to end it with this. Smack 'em a gob and bang bang pizza skulls. Before we get canceled, check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast with me and Wadzilla. We are the Podcast Kings. Link to the podcast is in the description below, and also a link to the YouTube page. Check out older episodes with visuals. And very soon, either Ian and I will learn how to go on YouTube Live. Might be soon. So check out the greatest podcast ever according to Science.com. It's also God's favorite podcast and Satan's favorite podcast as well. So check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast before we get canceled.